You're coming here from Sri Lanka. What are you doing there these days?
I'm trying to write a book. But apart from that, after I retired from government service, I just followed my wife. She works there. So
How is it there? Tell us
it's
about it.
extremely nice. It's like Goa, but with nicer people. It's really very, very nice. You see the sun for one thing. So
Yeah. You've often mentioned in the past that you wrote in school plays, and that's how you started off with your craft. You obviously also went on to become a professor in DU for a very short stint before going into joining the civils. What was it that made you join the civils, and how much did you prepare?
I could answer in a monosyllable, or I could, take up 1 hour. You're speaking of, it's really a long, long time ago. Is that a cat? Oh, hi.
It's a cute little baby.
Yeah, no, she's getting bored now. I'm sorry, yeah. Yeah, poor thing. There was nothing you could do except sit the IAS exam. There was no, NDTV or, CNN, IBN. There was none of that. So you actually just became a lecturer, or you went abroad to study. If you were a science type, you did get a placement. Or you sat the UPSC. And I was teaching, and teaching was nice because, no one paid any attention in class. You didn't prepare for classes. It's actually quite nice. But what's it called? Ad hoc? Temporary. It was one of those appointments. And I went to the principal. Do you really want to know all this? Okay. I went to the principal and I said, I want some leave because I'm sitting for the UPSC. And he said, had you told me that, I wouldn't have hired you. And I said, it's the other way around. I'm not saying that you just tell me, but if you hint to me indirectly that this will become a permanent appointment, then I won't sit the exam. To me, it seemed a very sort of logical thing. He just asked me to buzz off. So he gave me leave without pay, and then I sat UPSC because otherwise I would have been jobless. So,
Was it hard? Were the exams?
oh, it was horrible. It should be, I think, the world's toughest exam. It couldn't have become simpler. It's a horrible exam. It's very, very tough. And it's just, I still remember, because I have this phenomenal memory for the unimportant, write 100 words on the Indian Coast Guard. So, the Indian Coast Guard guards the coast. So that's what Indian Coast Guard guards. 7. And, and you say that in 100 words. And then when you came out and you asked those, all those guys who actually study, I said, what was that about the Coast Guard? Oh, this is the 50th anniversary, you should have known.